again, my name is Eguriase S.N. Okaka. I am the author of the story of the epileptic man. What we want to do this morning is to look at the book, then draw out the themes of the book. Then we can apply it into our daily lifestyle and activities. So what I want to find out how many persons have read the book, the story of the epileptic man. JS2. Okay. So what did you gain from the story? Can you just tell me one character in the book? Yes, you can. Feel free to tell us something. Okay? Hello? Mr. Toby, who? Then who can name another person? Yes. Teresa. Okay. You. Sam. Sam and beautiful. Okay. Now, let me quickly brief the story for you. The story of the epileptic man is not about epilepsy. I said the book is not about epilepsy. But the author used an epileptic man as a symbol to teach a lesson. Which is to say, in any condition you find yourself as a person, you are destined to be successful in life. That is one idea. Now we look at the epileptic man. We draw out one point, that this epileptic man rose to become a bank manager. Then now what happened to him is that the wife, Teresa, was instigated by her friend, Susie, to make his wife go into prostitution for the main fact that the man was epileptic. So she feels that the man is not man enough. It's not like other men. And now the lesson that came out of this story is this. It means that every good deed we do, we must have a repercussion. And every evil deed we do, we must get a repercussion too. When she went into prostitution, she was also instigated to kill the man and marry another man in the play, who is Chief Muda. At the end of the play, we find out Susie, who instigated Teresa, reaped her own reward. And it was not so good. Susie's lifestyle is prostitution. So she made a friend to go into prostitution. That is why you hear people say, show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. So one thing is that the friend you follow they have a way of influencing your character, either positively or negatively, either in a good way or in a bad way. So if you follow good friends, you will do good. You will behave properly. If you follow bad friends, you will behave negatively. So which one are we going to follow? Is it good or bad? Yes. You find out in your classes, there are some of your friends who want to read. They know the reason why they are in the school, in the class, to learn. There are some, when you are talking to them, they are playing. Auntie will give them assignments they will not do. Uncle will give them assignments they will not do. So those are people who are in the school. They don't know what they are doing. So if you follow them, their character will begin to influence you and you will be behaving like them. One negative thing is this. When you follow that person who don't want to read, at the end, in the examinations, when your fellow classmate is coming out with distinction, then you are struggling with a D7 as your score, which is not good. Because you refuse to learn, you refuse to do your assignments. So if you follow bad friends, you are going to meet with such repercussions. Definitely must surely come. That is every good we do, we are going to be paid back by good. So if we do evil, we are going to be paid back by evil. So nobody can dodge from it. It is just a law in this world. What you sow is what you will reap. If you plant cassava, definitely you will get cassava during your harvest time. So it is not the other way around. Say if I sow cassava, then I will reap yam. No, it is not so. What I sow is what I will reap. So if I do evil, definitely I'm expecting evil as my payback. So we find people in this book who did evil. And one other thing is that evil looks like good in this generation. In this generation, evil looks like good. It is only a few people that will tell you that this way is bad. Like most people now, most people go to school to join secret corps. In the class, they will be making gangs. Those things will surely get their repercussions. Now, I want to point something to you. We are going to So now, we are going to look at literature. We are going to look at literature. Briefly, I just want to tell you what is literature and what we see it to be. So, literature is anything, any write-up you make. Like you are in the class, most of your auntie, your uncle, they tell you to write an essay in the class. They are preparing you on how to write. Okay? How many of you have written essays before? You have written essays before. You have written. Okay. What topic did you write on? Hello? write on? Huh? You wrote on informal letter. Informal letter and formal letter, they are just types. When I mean what topic did you write on? Like this book. The topic here is the story of the epileptic man. So what was your title that you gave to your essay? Hello? Huh? No, let her talk. Let her talk. Say what you want to say. The Power of Mercy. The Power of Mercy is a book. Yes, go on. Huh? About your best school. He wrote about his best school. Now, it talks about the school. What is the school best? You have good teachers in the school. Hello? You have good teachers in the school, and they teach very well. When they explain, you understand. That is why the school is best for him. And he tells Daddy that Daddy should endeavor to raise his fees, school fees, so that he can get the best from this school. I think that is just a brief about the essay. So when you write, you learn how, through your essays, they are teaching you how to write. So now, literature is any write-up. Literature is any write-up that you make that expresses an idea of a universal acceptance. I repeat again. Literature is any write-up. And you don't understand, please call me back. Just ask me a question. Anything you don't understand, I'm here now, I will answer you. Hello? Do you want me to continue? Yes. Okay. Now, on the other hand, one other thing about literature, literature must talk about the belief of a people. The belief of a people. The custom of a society. That is why if you pick up some books, you'll find out that the write-up are always about the people. Like, for instance, if you pick most of your story books, they begin to tell you some beliefs that our forefathers believed in the past. They tell you about the belief that we have presently. They tell you the belief of a people. Like, for instance, you can be in Benin City and you pick a book, you just know about the Gala people. So it means that the literature is teaching you about the belief of the people. You can be in the Gala land and take up a book written in Benin City about the traditions here, and you believe, you just get a glimpse of what the Benin culture is. That is why you find some people, before they travel abroad, they take up books and read about the country they are going to. Why do you think they are doing that? Hello? They want to know about those people, so that by the time they get there, they know how to behave. So that is the work of literature. Hello? I hope I am communicating. Yes. Okay. Now, ask me questions. I just want few questions from everything I've said. Talk out. Talk out. Yes. Yes. The bowels of mercy, whether it is a real life story. The bowels of mercy is a real life story that happened to somebody. Okay? Good. Thank you very much. Another question. Yes.
Where did Chief Muda like Teresa?
Yes, why did Chief Muda like Teresa? Now, if you find out Chief Muda's story is this. Chief Muda is a big man, very rich. He came from abroad. No, he transacts business. He's an international businessman. The reason when he met Teresa, he decided to marry Teresa. That was one thing that caused problems because Chief Muda was looking for a child. Because of that desire to have a child, that was why he just like Teresa immediately. Okay? Any other question? Yes. Hello? The inspiration of writing a book. Beautiful. I like that. Now the inspiration for writing a book is this. It belongs to God. But you must know your English very well. You must be educated. That is the first thing you should learn how to do. Like you are in the class. Yes, I was once in the class. When I bought a book one day, let me just tell you, I bought a book, and the book is business correspondence. And if you see this book was so voluminous. So when I picked the book, I said, what came into me is, can you write a book? Then, do you know what I answered? I said, thou knowest. I don't know, but you, the Almighty God, know whether I can write a book. Okay? So now, when I was in school, I found out that in my essay writing, I was getting close to 80%. 85. I was probably within 85 in essay writing. When I was about to graduate from the secondary school now, what I did, I wrote about 4 different types of essays. It's just like a project before I left school. And I noticed that when I was still in the school, we wrote a letter to WAEC asking them to cut down on examination fee, examination enrollment. So now, while I was doing that, my director of study will pick it and say, yes, you are getting ready to be a good sample. Because one other thing is that you must be able to generate ideas. Everything they teach you in the class is what you are going to write about. So that is why you should take your essay writing very seriously. If your auntie asks you to write, write. It is better for you to write and write back for your auntie to correct you. If you don't write, she will not have that opportunity of correcting you. So that is why you should be a good student. Can we get any other question? So the inspiration was coming from everything you are doing in the class. Inspiration can come from what you see in the community. That is why they tell you to write about the best school. Why do you think that Broadway group of school is the best among every other school? So when you are writing such essays, you are preparing yourself to write books. Okay? Any question from this way? Yes, okay. Yes. Good. Beautiful. It shows that this person read the book. Now, Mr. Toby is the chief character of the book. So every story revolves around Toby. He was start from the book. Why was Toby start? Toby was start for the main fact that his employer started complaining that we have been spending a lot of money for your health condition, and we don't know what we are going to spend in the near future. So for that reason, it was that. Not that Toby did not invest in his company. Hello? Okay, this one. So they are mixed. Okay, they are mixed. Okay. Now, we answer you. They eliminated who? They eliminated Tina because Tina failed in her assignment. That was why the devil eliminated her. Okay? Tina failed in the assignment given to her. It means that you cannot, if the devil gives you assignment, for example, and you fail in that assignment, the devil will still be annoyed. Okay? So that is why it is not good to work for the devil. You better work for God so that you will be free and you will get a good reward at the end. Beautiful question. So can we get questions? Hello? Yes. Nobody has spoken from this way. Hello? Hello? Okay. We need your question. Hello? Sir? Is that the book? Did you see anybody like Dr. Okaka? Beautiful. Can you tell us something about Dr. Okaka? Good. You can say something. You have something to say. Okay. Any other person? Can you tell us? Yes. Good. Sit and clap for her. Now, I want to bring out a word. There's a word called autopsy. Autopsy. What does that mean? It means an examination of a dead man to know the actual cause of his death, Dr. Okaka decided to carry out an autopsy on Toby to find out the actual cause of Toby's death. Because Teresa told Dr. Okaka that Toby died of cold. So now Dr. Okaka suspected a foul play from Teresa. In Teresa's story, Toby cannot die of cold during a dry season. So he decides to carry out that examination. What he finds out that the autopsy results reveal that Toby died of a poisonous substance which was revealed in his bowels and hello? Yes. His blood vessels inside Toby. So now, with that, Dr. Okaka was trying to find out the actual cause of his death. So, on the absence of further questions, we switch over to the other book, the Bowels of Mercy. Thank you very much. Hello. It seems you like break too much. You want to go on break. Okay, you will soon go on break. Okay, now let us look at the Bowels of Mercy. Now, the story of the Bowels of Mercy revolves around Andrew. Andrew is a serious child of God. He's selfless. If you see, there was a time when Andrew went out for evangelism. That is to tell people to accept Jesus Christ. So now the devil sees this and who is Sunita? Good. You read it good. Tell us something. Everybody will talk. Huh? Peter. There's no Peter in Peter. Okay, sorry. Peter, good. Who is Peter? Huh? Peter is not the receptionist. Hello? Okay? No. Okay, you. Tell us. Pastor Charles. Pastor Charles is in the place. Okay, now, one thing you should know is this. If you see, when Andrew takes a rash decision, that was when Andrew fell into Tina's trap. Okay? So his parents were forcing him to get married. But yet, he still has to be careful. Marriage is not an institution you run into. You must be very careful. Try to find out during the days of our forefathers, if they want to marry, they are very careful. They look into the family where their son wants to go into. But this day, the moment a man sees a woman, they have already planned marriage up to 80% before the parents will come in. So that is what we see in the society today. And that is why most marriages, they have problems on the way. So marriage is something that you wait carefully before going into. At the end of the book, you'll find out that there is a lesson. The lesson is this. Open to the last page of the book. Let me show you. Okay. Now. Drivers were,
and some others were merely looking or catching fun on mad men or women picking stuff from the garden near the market to prepare delicious meal. In this situation, nobody remembers whether Jesus will come again or not. But the spiritual.
Okay, now jump to the beginning, Pastor Charles.
Pastor Charles.
Yes.
There are two forces controlling all human activities.
All human activities. Okay. Now give me the book. Let me help you to read. Now, it said there are two forces controlling all human activities. That is the forces of good and the forces of evil, or the force of light and the force of darkness. And man is always at the mercy of either of these forces. So man is either at the mercy of the forces of our to serve them. Hello? How I'm communicating. So if you understand the powers of mercy, just tell me now. Hello, what is your name there? Hello, I hope you are not in a separate meeting. Eh? But I see two of you talking. Eh? Okay, ask the question. Why did? Okay, come again. Okay, beautiful. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Very good question. You asked a very good question. Now, Papa Andrew and Papa Tina, they are friends. So to keep their friendship going on, for the relationship to last long, to last forever, that was why he wanted Andrew to get married to Tina. Whether Tina is good or whether Tina is bad. Have we answered your question? Any other one? Huh? Okay. So any question generally? Did you understand the story? Okay. Now, any question? You are nice people. Clap for yourselves today.
Say a thunderous thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, students.